had a huge realization this morning. Like, my closing rate's not good right now. And the reason it's not good right now is because I'm not asking people to close. Like, it was something so stupid and so obvious, and I'm sitting here being like, oh my gosh, like, it's the end of the world, like, what am I gonna do? Like, who do I have to fire? Do I have to let go of my office? Do I have to stop doing this work, that? Like, I'm literally going through crisis mode last night thinking through all this stuff. And then as I'm driving into the office this morning, like, it just hit me. This was my old office when I shot that one project from a long time ago. And they made me leave early for somebody else to be in that one. And that person also left, so it was a big waste of time for me to move all my stuff from there. And empty, 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 empty. This one, they knocked down a wall and made it a huge office for a tenant that was gonna be here. And I don't think the tenant showed up, so that was kind of awkward. I love starting Mondays like that, where you just get up earlier than normal, because Monday's a day when people are catching up. And so I love to catch people, as early as I can on Monday. Today's already a day, what is it? It's 11:30 right now. I've already put in more than a day's worth of work. Just reaching out to people, contacting people, scheduling emails out, looking at my lead sheet, looking at my client sheet, delegating tasks to my team, getting some deep work done. Like, I've already done all those things and it's only been 5 hours. And I still have the whole day ahead of me, up until like 7 o'clock today. So I love starting the week out like this because you already get so many wins before noon on a Monday. And so your confidence is sky high. You can solve any problem that comes up because you've already dealt with things. So your schedule is just open. So like today, my schedule is just a bunch of calls in the afternoon. It's great. My goal for this week specifically, the big one, is to lock myself in a room, edit that project as much as possible. Getting as much work done on that project as possible is going to be goal number 1. Goal number 2 is booking more than 5 calls this week. So creating the opportunities. So I'm going to put that one as number 2, is 5+ calls booked. And then number 1, basically get as much off my plate as possible for deliverables and book at least 5 calls this week. So I think we've landed on a name as well for the monthly membership that we're launching. And I think we're going to call it Creator Circle. Just like that. I like the name Circle. I like the idea of a circle. I like the idea of a circle making you feel like you're included in something. And it's going to feel exclusive. That's what we want. And pricing changed a little bit. I knocked off $2 whole off the prices. So instead of your $99, it's $97. So, everyone's going to get a nice little deal, 2% off on everything. I like to shoot these a little wide and not be super, zoomed in like a 50, 70 zoom. If you're too zoomed in, I feel like you get stuck with that frame. So if you shoot a little wide, especially when you're shooting in 4K, even in 1080, but here we're shooting in 4K, the files are big enough where you can like zoom in and really crop the image whenever you want to. So it gives you a lot of flexibility when you're editing. What's up, Nestor?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you?
I finally posted on the way here the story that you talked about. Dude, this market, holy moly. All these seller concessions are crazy.
So like houses aren't really moving right now?
Yeah, that's exactly where it's coming from. But while that's transitioning over, it's like really good time for people to buy. Because if you couple it with a 0% down payment program that I have, and all the seller concessions that they're getting, we're getting people money back. Alrighty, dude. Well, thank you, man.
That was it. Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Great. Good to meet you. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
What's your name again?
Jake.
Jake. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Nice to meet you, man.
You're a go-to guy, right?
Yeah. All right.
Good to see you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
I couldn't imagine paying someone who still had that mindset. It's like, no, like every hour needs to be work. Well, I'm not paying for it. It's like as I grow, I'm realizing that more and more and more.
They only probably do like 1-2 hours of deep work a day?
I think the average person probably does it out of an 8-hour day, maybe like 2 to 3. Really good work.
Like those videos that popped up on Facebook, like all over TikTok that help Facebook stock plummet. Like, I'm a project manager for Facebook, and here's what I do all day. They don't do anything. They're like your age, like 23, 24, getting paid 90 grand, 100,000, 110. They're high, like all they do is like eat.
Fat salaries.
They just eat and talk
just
and go like
soak up the company money, time, expenses.
My company pays for my yoga membership and it's downstairs in the lobby. I go do that at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then it's time for lunch.
Do the expense report.
And then we go to happy hour at 4 o'clock. It's like, what do you do all day? One thing that I learned from last year to this year is always be on offense. Never play defense. Never play catch up. But I didn't implement it into the most important part of the business, which is actually closing deals to make money. With the marketing side of things, we're doing great on the awareness. Like my list has 3x in a month and a half. That's really good. But man, conversions. It's frustrating, but I'm so grateful that I'm frustrated because like now it's like I'd rather know what the problem is than just live in the unknown. And so now the work is, okay, what are you gonna do about it? So today I booked four closing calls. The meeting that I had on Tuesday and then I had a follow-up today over the phone was freaking awesome. It's a company that just needs a lot of help. I can't talk specifics yet, but they need a lot of help with video. They got their marketing down. They have flow, so they can get attention, but they're trying to drastically improve their engagement and conversions. So they have a very low conversion rate right now. So think about it this way. So like if you have, let's say you have a conversion rate, I'm just gonna say something like 0.5% for a company that does, let's say 1.2 million. So we're gonna take this out just to make the numbers a little even. So that means that your revenue that you're making, you're getting 100K in revenue a month off of 0.5%. So that means 99.5% of the people that go to your website, that hit your social pages, that get your emails, that see your ads, that means that 99.5% of them are no's and 0.5% of them are yeses. When I go into these presentations and these pitches and putting together, these offers and putting together my plan, what I'm basically saying is if you spend $50,000 this year, spend your 100 there, you spend 50, you're in 150,000 now. If you spend an extra $50,000 and we can show you a plan to increase the 0.5 to 1% this year, so you basically double your revenue. You make $1.2 million more spending 50K. Basically 20x your business, focusing just on doubling this in 1 year. When I talk to this client, the issue isn't there. Talking to them, I think it's gonna be a very easy conversation because we're just gonna focus on this number right here, conversions. We're gonna focus on doubling it in 1 year, putting an extra $1.2 million into their business. With this number, and that's the thing is like that number I could probably go up a little bit because I think that return is insane. It's over 20x. So I could even increase this number to 75,000, 80,000. I can offer different packages that I know would get them to that goal. And so I think putting this project together, I spent a lot of time this afternoon, Jake and I did, just researching, looking at different opportunities, different options, how to make our presentation to show this number as effectively as possible. Because it's cool when the client, they think they're getting a videographer. They think they're getting somebody who can just record on a camera and make it look pretty. What they're actually going to get is a full strategy behind it that's backed by data and analytics. So I'm going to spend a lot of time next week closing. I think that's the theme for next week, is closing. I want to get as many of the people that are interested in working with me on the phone to close them to pay me money. Because one, the business absolutely needs it. It's like the firewood's kind of running out and like I need to keep the flame going. That's going to bring a lot of excitement to Jake, to Marcus, to Andre, to my editors, to just the different people that are involved, my family, of just being like, I set this many meetings, I got this much money in, let's freaking go.